Greetings, salutations, and welcome to today's video. Today, we will be working on our rear gate. First, what we're going to need to do is determine what level we're going to be building down to. Now, I spent a fair bit of time looking at this, and I believe we're going to go for a stepped structure. So let's line up here and begin our outline. Now the outline we'll set up with the road down the middle will allow us for 2 forward pools, which we will line with quartz. Moving up to the top here, let's fix the materials here on the porch. I apparently missed the fact that there was still sand here, so let's replace it with sandstone. Now let's go put in our stairs, and then we'll get to work with the surrounding waterworks. Go ahead and put down the tower foundations. Again, we'll go with one left, one right. They'll each be freestanding structures with an aqueduct. Let's take a quick break here and let's put in the upper steps. That way I can see what we've got to work with and see if we need to make any changes. Let's go ahead and build the towers. Right, so I said each one's going to have a waterworks. So what we're going to do is we're going to use each one to solve the question of, quote-unquote, where does our water go from the upper structure? I like adding a degree of realism to my builds and believability, in so much as you can have an infinite water source infinitely flowing in a desert, but nonetheless, I want the water to go somewhere rather than idling forever in a pool, and this is one of our first steps to do that. This will mean that we'll want to add some ponds here at the top, which we will connect to the existing moats. put in some stairs to bookend the waterfalls as they come down here. Next, let's light these lower ponds with glowstone. We'll put in a little bit of a cross pattern here. Just popping up here to take a look. Yes, I think we can make this fit nicely. Let's continue on. I think the pattern turned out wonderfully. Now for the lower level on these towers, we're going to be putting in glass blocks, and then we'll put lava on the inside of the tower that'll shine out on each side. Let's touch up the stairs real quick, just close up some of the gaps around the edges. Now, as we're putting the glass in here, yes, I do realize that portions of this tower have windows facing sand and or places that'll never see the sun. If we were to open it up, well, then maybe it'd be seen, but the real reason we're doing it like this is because I like symmetrical buildings, and it feels good to put it this way for me. Yes, it won't be seen, but I will know it's symmetrical, and that makes my inner self go eek with happiness. Zooming out, I think it all looks good. For the towers, let's raise the top level by 1 before we add in our spruce and lanterns. And we'll also use slabs up here on the roof. I think we'll go ahead and branch out a little bit, add lanterns to the temple, as it appears we overlooked that. Well, more specifically, I overlooked it when we were building the structure. For the upper levels of the towers, for light, what we'll do is we'll put chains hanging down probably 3 blocks, and then hang a lantern onto the end. Up here around the pools, we'll trim it up with sandstone. Next, then, I guess we'll add some seagrass, just get that on the bottom, give it the same sort of texturing so it's not just a blank pool. Then lastly, let's touch up the end of the aqueduct waterfall by just putting a slab and then just a wooden fence to function as a grate. Just, you know, in the imaginary world where we have villagers up here, or chickens, you don't want a chicken getting sluiced off the edge. A lot of paperwork when that happens. But alright, I think this looks good. Next week, we'll be building our garden, which will stretch around the entirety of the mountain. and the left and right sides that we see here will flow into the ponds, and then we'll likely build an aqueduct that'll go from there down to the river, completing our solving for the water. All of that said though, have a great rest of your day. Best of vibes to you. It's been a pleasure. See you next video.